Hello, and welcome to this short video guide of music for the organ, suitable for a wedding or other similar joyful celebration. My name is Mark James, and I'm here at the wonderful organ, hill organ of St John's Hyde Park. It's worth bearing in mind that the entry music generally only takes about 30 seconds, depending on the size of the building. There's not much time for the entry procession. However, the music at the end can be much longer, typically up to 5 minutes, to cover both you processing out and your guests leaving the building. And they tend to make quite a bit of noise, so a louder piece, a louder celebratory piece often works quite well. This is just going to be an overview of lots of pieces that you could choose from. I'm just going to play a little clip to give a flavour of the music. Starting with the entry music then, perhaps the best known and best loved entry piece is the Bridal March by Wagner, and it goes a bit like this. Not to be confused with the Wedding March by Mendelssohn, which is typically played at the end of the ceremony, one I'm sure that you will recognise. Great stuff. Another popular choice is the Arrival of the Queen of Sheba by Handel, which can work well both at the beginning or the end. From the Arrival of the Queen of Sheba to Dancing Queen. Music for orchestral music and pop music can translate really well to the organ. It's a very versatile instrument. So here's a little clip of Dancing Queen. Which can make a great alternative fun ending, Voluntary, the final going out piece. There's lots of wonderful music by Handel which works really well, particularly for the entry music. This piece is from one of his tuneful organ concertos. Staying with Handel, there are several marches which make a really good ending, a triumphant final piece. And please do excuse me as I move between pieces. It does take a bit of time to get through each piece. A piece of Handel that works really well at the end is his Ode to St Cecilia's Day March. Another great piece from one of his orchestral works is the overture from the occasional Oratorio. Quite a mouthful, but a wonderfully dramatic piece. Typically Handel, exciting opening there. That piece is in two sections and altogether lasts probably about 4 or 5 minutes. But it's also possible to chop it up and have, for instance, just that opening fanfare for the procession or the later fugal bit going out. There are several trumpet tunes which, as I said earlier, work really well on the organ. And this one is called the Tuba tune by C.S. Lang. Another great tuneful, gentler piece which can work well at the beginning or the end is the Prelude in a Classic Style by Gordon Young. Rest assured, all of these pieces, the names of them will be listed in the description, so don't feel you have to remember them. And you can always come back and refer and remind yourself which was which. A piece that was written specifically for a wedding by a contemporary composer friend of mine, Eftestøl, is Dance to Your Daddy, which goes a bit like this. Excuse me a moment while I pick the stops. One of the problems with having so many different pieces, it takes time to change the registrations quickly in succession. That piece is 3 minutes long altogether, but can work really well as an entry piece and can be reduced to the amount of time that you need. Transcriptions work really well on the organ from orchestral pieces that you and other people may recognize very well. One example of that is, the first example of that is a march by Elgar, one of his Pomp and Circumstance marches. This one is in G major. And goes a bit like this. Some other well-known music is by Peter Warlock and his Capriol suite, which I've played on the organ several times. This is the first movement, the opening. Great music. And there are many other examples of music that I play from transcriptions, whether they be piano music, pop music, orchestral music. So it's always worth asking if you particularly like a piece. There's a good chance I could transcribe it and play it on the organ. So that's just a very quick overview of some of the pieces available to you on the organ. There are others on my YouTube channel, so please do check that out. And of course, be in touch with any questions, suggestions, or requests that you might have. Thank you very much.